It's the Empowerment Perspective Podcast, hosted by Damiso, Josey, and Mr. Kareem Spence. Stay empowered. Stay empowered.
All right, welcome to yet another episode of the Empowerment Perspective Podcast. I go by the name of Damiso, Josey, alongside
Spence is here,
and we have
Stacey Sanderson Day.
It's been a while since you've been on the podcast,
Stacey.
How does it feel to be back to your roots?
I'm liking the new equipment.
The new equipment. I went with the old school look. Back to the blue microphones, and then we'll pull out the other ones later. So
feel like we took a step back because we're back at the kitchen table again.
Yes, I think this is where
we're supposed to be.
This is where we're supposed to be. Okay. So for those who are following us, today was our last episode on the radio show. It was just stifling us. We had to, get back to our roots so that we can be a little bit more flexible. Nobody was coming out to Millville to come talk to us, so we had to.
Does this mean no disclaimer anymore?
No, I'm gonna make a disclaimer. I'm gonna make a disclaimer. We're gonna put that on there for sure for Kareem.
Yeah, plus they increased the price of chicken, so I ain't like that at all. The price of chicken went up.
I've noticed we ain't had no chicken on the radio show.
The price of chicken went up on me.
They did.
Yeah. Then he started giving me less napkins every time I went. I said, you know what? I fixed this. You know what? No more crown chicken. You get no more business from us.
You went in there like the king of New York and ordered all that chicken. I need 35 pieces of chicken. All dark meat. Nah, I'm just joking. We had a show with Keely Wickersham today on there. How do you think that particular show went?
Oh, man, I think we had fun today, man. I think that was a good way to close the episode. I mean, we started out having fun and we ended having fun. So I think, some of the experiences that we've had on that show, man, it was phenomenal. We had a lot of people that supported us.
Yes. She sent you your picture, too. So I don't know if you got that. I think I sent it to the Empowerment Perspective shirt on. She wasn't in front of the Christmas tree, so she didn't follow your directions. But
we still need 4 more, though, because I asked for 5.
You did.
Yes.
You did. Awesome stuff. So we are at the Josey residence, and every year, this is our second annual toy drive. We will be donating toys to the children of CHOP in Philadelphia. They're definitely appreciative of last year what we did, and having a nephew who went through cancer and went through the CHOP system, and knowing what those kids go through, we just wanted those kids to have a happy holiday and open up some gifts and have some things, because a lot of those kids don't get to go home for the holiday. So we just wanted to make sure that we did our part.
Okay.
And we also in Thanksgiving gave out turkeys to local communities. So this is what the Empowerment Perspective is all about. But we got a house full of people here, and this is going to be an interesting podcast because
we don't know where this is going.
We don't know where it's going.
Anyway,
we're just going to ask certain people to keep it PG-13, please. Mr. Jimmy Elliott, please keep it PG-13.
You gonna put out a disclaimer?
Yes.
Okay, so the views by Jimmy doesn't really impact or reflect the Empowerment Perspective.
He's got to put that disclaimer. We have a shot collar for him, so if he say the wrong thing, he's definitely getting shot. Mr. Elliott, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful.
Well, just so people know, and this guy, he's next door to us. I do have to tell this story because I don't know where we moved to. Me and my wife moved into this house, and right out that window, it was around Thanksgiving. I see all these feathers flying in the driveway, and this big old knife coming down. I said, Becca, where in the world? What is going on out there? What were you doing out there?
I was carving up our dinner.
So I gotta get this straight, right? So I grew up in a rough neighborhood in New Jersey. Came from Philadelphia, from Temple University. They didn't cover up no turkeys and stuff like that. See, I just gotta put this in perspective.
With the shot rifle, all that,
How the story goes is every Thanksgiving morning we get together with friends and we go hunting, bird hunting. Mm-hmm. So the misconception is back when we finally met, we were talking. You guys believe that I went out every single Thanksgiving morning to kill our dinner for Thanksgiving.
It wasn't every Thanksgiving morning. We thought that was what you did every day.
It's kind of true. It's kind of true. So at one point, Becca asked Michelle, "Hey, does your husband go out Thanksgiving morning to get your turkey?" My wife's like, "No, we get it at the store like everybody else." Like, what's he doing on the driveway carving up these birds and all the feathers? No, it's just it's a thing we do. Get together every Thanksgiving morning. Go pheasant hunting.
Pheasant hunting. You go pheasant hunting. You live in the country. You go pheasant hunting.
My husband used to. He hasn't for a while.
So this is normal to you.
He had him on our dining room table to train our dog in a box.
Is his head stuffed and on your wall?
No,
You don't do that with pheasants.
Her husband or the?
I got the spot picked out for his. But
The views of Stacy does not reflect that joke. So we talk about holiday memories here. This is a holiday podcast. What was one of your fondest memories growing up for the holiday, other than carving turkeys and stuff?
All right, so as a kid, I mean, Christmas is Christmas, right? It's your favorite holiday. You get presents, but I'm gonna totally throw you off key here and go. I want to go back to what you're doing, the Toys for Tots. So we had a son, and hopefully I stayed good. We actually lived in Children's Hospital, and were there for Christmas. A morning, woke up Christmas morning, rooms full of toys, blown away. Just you didn't see this coming, did you?
No, not at all. Not at all.
We're like, where the hell's all these toys? My son was waiting for a double lung transplant, and we were giving up. So, just so you guys understand what you're doing here, the impact it gives. This is in 2000. This is 18 years ago. You see what it's affecting me still.
Right.
So what you're doing here, what you're doing something good. You know you're doing something good, but I'm telling you, truly don't understand the impact it has for the children and the families. When you wake up Christmas morning, when you're giving up hope, and you see that the love people, strangers, you don't know them, what they're pouring out for you, giving to you, gave you hope. I'm sorry. Now I'm going to be stupid for the rest of the night.
But now it's deep, and like I said, I can somewhat relate to it when Marcus was in there and seeing and going through that experience. So it was out of that spirit that we wanted to do something for CHOP, and just to hear your story on there kind of just solidifies and let us know that we're doing the right thing, and we definitely appreciate everybody that has donated stuff to us.
I think a lot of times we just take for granted, being able to wake up, healthy family, healthy kids every year, but we don't always look back and see, okay, what are the people who don't have healthy families? What do they do for Christmas?
Right.
How are they celebrating their holidays? So I think that what Jim said is absolutely correct. I mean, because sometimes you can inspire someone, just give them a little bit of hope, a little bit of reason to go ahead and have one more day. I mean, that's big.
Yeah. And like I said, that was the spirit of why we started the Empowerment Perspective Group. And people ask us all the time, like, how much you getting paid out of it? It ain't about the money for us. It's about us being a service and something for not only our community, but like Jimmy said, you don't know who you're impacting. So those of you who support us, thank you so much for that. And let's try to change the flavor of this a little bit. And
Please.
cheer it up a little bit.
That's 2 times I've seen this man. Like, first time I seen him, right? He came, he had the hockey jersey, and he was all rah-rah. Now we bring him actually on a podcast, and I'm thinking that he's going to be all rah-rah. Now he start breaking down, he's crying on us. I don't know.
I'll be rah-rah.
No, we don't want him to be rah-rah.
I was hoping when I seen him, I was like, okay, he's going to be rah-rah. Let's go.
We want him to be rah, not rah-rah.
Look, you're going to have to bleep us a little bit. You guys started off, Damiso was saying he was going to pull something out later, and I didn't know where you were going.
It's all good. It's all good.
There you go. See?
That was raw. I'll take that. We'll censor that for our young listeners.
I'm glad he was talking to you. You probably should have said, listen, man, we need to stop this conversation right now because I don't know where you're going with this. Yes.
Stacy, what was your fondest memory growing up?
I think just being with family. My parents were divorced, so we were always on the move on holidays. It was wake up wherever we woke up with whatever parent we were with, and then we would go to the other parents, and then we saw both of our grandparents, sets of grandparents, and I really just remember being with my family and making sure I saw everybody over those days. And it's important to do that with my kids now to make sure we're still having those relationships with the extended family. It's not all about the gifts, and it's about the time we spend. And You've got got your homeowners paid up. She's in high heels.
Your daughter's sitting to my house. Is that what's going to happen? No. So it's good though. Kareem, what do you have growing up?
I don't know what Stacey was talking about, but it was always about the gifts. That's all it was. If you want a good day in my house, you better have the right gifts.
Right there, okay. You gotta have it right.
Because it was 4 of us, and I remember when cameras first came out, my sister's a little older, and she reminds my dad all the time about the story where he bought the wrong camera. So she wanted Polaroid. And they bought her the wrong Polaroid. So all her friends were taking pictures, and then she had to wait. And then she had to do like this. And it's just taking too long. She wasn't happy at all. And she reminds him every time we get together that you bought me the wrong camera. So it's always about the gifts.
So, Jim, I'm going to go to your wife for a second.
Oh, God.
What was the gift? Because every year, married men give our wives the wrong gift. What is a gift? Keep it clean, please. What is the gift that you gave your wife that she was like, no, this is you shouldn't have it?
It's not the gift. My wife hasn't been happy with any gift I had gotten for her on Christmas, birthdays. She's never happy. Never satisfied. Wait, did I say that? She's with gifts. She's
She's coming on later on. We got to get outside.
She is never. I mean, it got to the point where I used to, put a lot of thought into it. Now, again, so one year, this is pretty crazy. One year, I go to Vicky's Secrets. I spent $300 in Vicky's Secrets.
How you spend $300? Which spot?
Everything was
itemized. We need an itemized list.
$300 in pounds.
Oh.
$300 in dollars.
Pound pennies. That's all I got.
Yeah, and she was unhappy with that, right? Any other girl would be pleased with that. So she's unhappy with it.
So wait. You do know they sell more than just thongs at Vicky's Secret. You know, you get like lotion.
No, why would I get that?
I returned half of them.
Yeah, so you asked me. So then it got to the point where she is just so unhappy, right? I used to buy clothes when we were younger. She never liked anything. Everything was turned back. So as we got married, so it was like the Vicky Secret. So then it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? She's not happy with anything. I go one year, I get her a lot of money, $500 gift certificate for Macy's. Who doesn't want that? Macy's sells everything.
That's true.
A girl can get everything she wants at Macy's.
Yes.
She's
Vacuum
like,
cleaners, mixers, blenders.
really? $500 gift certificate for Macy's? Why couldn't you at least get it for the mall? I'm like, all right, I'll take it back, give it back. I'll give it to somebody. Anybody else would be happy at this. The next year I give her the mall, $500 for the mall. And she's like, you didn't think you had any thought in this? I'm like, forget it, you're done. And ever since then, I don't think I've ever gotten her anything.
At least she didn't do what my wife did. So I bought all these gifts. I thought I did the right thing. And then my wife was like, you know what? I just want to take this one thing back because it doesn't fit right. It's not the right color. 10 stores later, after she returned all my gifts that I gave her, I was like, yo, that was messed up and that was petty. That was petty. My wife is joining the podcast. She has apparently something to say.
Everybody wants to hear what she's going to say. It got quiet.
I did return every single gift. I did.
Hurt my feelings.
You know why? Because he pays way too much money for stuff. He had a sweater that I know the sweater was like $100. I took it back to the store and got like 5 things. He was angry about it. But wait a minute, this is what took the cake. So he got me a watch, and I was like, I like the watch. I did, kind of. So I take it to the store, and I said, I'm just going to go in so that they can take a couple links out to make it fit better. So Miso's standing behind me with the girls. So I say to the saleswoman, can you just show me other watches in the similar price range? Just
see how her voice got lowered, so I couldn't hear it.
Yes, and so the saleswoman said, "Oh, what didn't you like about this watch?" I was like, I was so mad. Walked out of the store.
That was it.
I kept the watch. I just took the links out.
That was
I kept the watch. But no, I take things back because he overspends.
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's my thing. Now, when you're in a relationship, sometimes your significant other gets you stuff that you wouldn't necessarily wear yourself, but you'll wear it because your significant other bought it for you. I know you won't.
No, I'm not wearing it.
I know you.
No, we're not doing it.
You're completely different. So I felt like I bought you something you should wear it out of the, strength of that your husband bought that and thought it would look good on you. Never mind the cost. Never mind. I can't even. I'm looking at you, Stacey. I can't even ask you.
Does that go both ways though? So if she bought you something that she liked and you looked at it and was like,
You know how much stuff is in my closet right now that I would not have picked out myself that I wear because my wife bought it for me?
But he looks so good in there.
Yeah, well, thank you.
No,
What's the matter?
I'm listening to the stories.
I'm glad you don't have a dial-in number and people calling in. Because women would hate on you so bad right now.
Don't worry about it, because they're about to hate me now. So here's my thing. So you're saying that every time you go out and buy something, never happened.
Never.
You're saying that every time you go out and buy something, it costs too much.
I'm not saying that. My wife is saying that.
You're saying, what are you saying?
I was saying if she bought it for him, does he have to keep it and wear it if he doesn't like it?
For now, everybody just go out and buy their own gifts. That's
Nobody gets anything?
Yes.
Nobody gets
Funny you
anything?
say that because that's what I do for myself all year.
Just go out and buy it.
It's Christmas all year for me.
And that way, nobody's feelings has to get hurt.
I like that idea.
Now, if you want to go out and spend money that you would really spend on your wife on you, I say just go ahead and do it. You want to spend 10 grand? Go ahead and spend 10 grand. Have yourself a ball.
See, it doesn't matter what I buy. It's always whatever I spend, it's a fight. So let's talk about our Christmas tree and our ribbon.
We about to witness a fight. This is gonna be a
Better,
real
you
live
want to bring
fight
her
right
over.
there.
She needs to come over here for
What
these
ribbon?
stuff.
Tell me about the ribbon.
So when we first got married, we go Christmas shop. We get our real 100% synthetic tree.
Okay.
our real fake tree.
Okay.
So we didn't put a star or an angel or anything like that on top. We put a ribbon on the top. So when we went to buy the ribbon, I'm like, oh, we're getting that ribbon. That's what I want on top of the tree.
Okay.
It was a giant fight because the cost of the ribbon.
What kind of ribbon was this?
Oh, it was like a mother of pearl and iridescent, like big, giant, beautiful ribbon.
No, it wasn't the ribbon. It was the actual bow. It was over here.
A bow, ribbon
it was
bow,
$12
same difference. Yeah,
for a bow.
$12.
$12.
$12. It was a full out. I thought we were gonna get divorced. It was a full out bra
Because
in
you
the
can
store.
buy like a whole spool of ribbon for like $5. So
You and Becca been hanging out too much.
Why are we buying a $12 bow for the top of our tree?
We're having an argument about 4 gallons of gas? That's
$12. Guess what's
guess
still
what?
on my tree 26 years later? That $12 bow.
And you ready to rip it
And
up?
we were
I take
Full
good
roll
care of
in the
it.
store.
I stuff it with tissue. If something happens to the bow, I feel like the marriage is over. So we gotta like.
Please save the bow. For the love of God, save that damn bow.
So, wait a minute, sir. The bow is the only thing holding you guys
That's
together?
it. That's it.
That is really interesting.
Nothing else. It has nothing.
$12 is
There's no love or anything like that. It's a bow.
Bow. Not love, not sacrifice,
No.
commitment, none of those good things. None of the vows that you guys took.
No, we got all that.
$12 bow.
Well, I mean, you do say sacrifice. I mean, the things I sacrificed for the last 26 years, it's a countless, endless list.
Yeah.
Listen, it has been entertaining on our end. I have to say the least. You guys are very entertaining.
So let me make sure y'all just sit here and just watch what's going on outside.
It's like a TV screen right here.
But it's cable TV. It's not regular TV. It's cable TV.
Definitely not regular TV. Well, we thank you for being on. We got to get some other people on. Appreciate you. And thanks for your gift and all that stuff. Appreciate
It's
it.
been real, it's been fun, but hasn't been real fun.
We want to get some more people in here.
Who's up?
On there. Who's up next? Greg, come on in here, Mr. Capaccio. Have a seat, sir. Fellow Cowboys fan. What's the matter? Why you make that noise?
You got lucky.
Lucky?
Sean Payton beat the Saints.
At
You
the end of
guys-
the day, what was the score? Who won? Did I say the Eagles got lucky when they won
Let's
the
go
Super
back
Bowl?
to the holiday spirit. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that was
You
luck.
did.
That was
You
luck.
did.
That was luck. Nah, sir, how you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Doing good. Rocco Carbone, a.k.a. There's a backstory to that. We ain't gonna get too deep into it, but we got these aliases. I'm known as the Dr. Earl Sanchez, and this is Rocco Carbone. All
right, so I have a name. I'm Diego. I'll be Diego.
I like Diego.
Diego. Yes.
This is a PG rated show.
Yes. So, yeah, you have an alias?
No, I'm good.
We're gonna have to give you one. By the end of this podcast, Stacey's gonna have her alias.
Teresa, we can call her. I've been watching Queen of South. She's crafty. She is crafty. Yes.
I like it. There it is. So let's talk about Christmas. Any holiday traditions you guys do in your family?
I mean, it's case is one of those things where the traditions in my family kind of have died off as years going on. As family members have passed away and who's gotten married and the family's all done separate things.
It sounds like marriage is ruining Christmas. That's another thing.
At least on my father's side of the family. On my mother's side of the family, we still get together there every Christmas with my grandmother, who just turned 92.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But
what's the best gift you ever got?
Best gift I ever got for Christmas?
Yeah.
Be careful. Somebody's looking over their shoulder.
She's looking at you. Now, if he doesn't say it was me,
you can't measure gifts and material things. To me, it's just that the love of being together with family. That's, to me, that's the best part.
I'm glad I got somebody on my side.
It's not just about like what you open up.
You're under the assumption that you like your family.
I do like my family.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All of them?
I'm lucky. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
You don't have that uncle that come over every once in a while.
Everybody's got somebody that's like, ugh.
He said, whatever you do, don't ever be in a room by yourself with Uncle Steve. That's exactly what it is.
I am that.
You're the uncle? Uncle Steve?
Oh my God!
Everybody keep an eye on the guy in the red shirt. Don't lose him. Don't lose him in the paint that we have on the walls.
So now, something wrong with y'all. Growing up, talk about your father's memory of what was the best gift that you got? That Red Ryder BB gun. I know you got something like that you would like. What's that wagon called? The red wagon?
Radio flyer.
Radio flyer. Something.
That's truck, anything. What do you got?
I think probably one of the best gifts I ever got, and you guys probably gonna hate this one, was I got about 5 or 6 when I really became a Cowboys fan. I got like the whole little outfit, the helmet, all the jersey. To run around the house with the ball in my hand,
the little plastic helmet,
and just follow my brother who was an Eagles fan, just run him over in the halls and stuff. But I think what's awesome too, just that gift of time with the family. To me, that's more important.
Are you in trouble right now? Did you do something before you came here? We're trying to focus on you, and you're like, no, time for the family, no more.
That is too funny.
What do you got, Uncle Steve?
I got one.
Lean in here, John.
My name's John Time. Friends with Damiso and Greg forever. We work together at Hamilton. I grew up in a really unique situation. There were 9 people in the house, 8 of them women and me. Ooh. In a house about half the size of this ground floor in Philadelphia. So we're talking not big, not in a great neighborhood. My 5th Christmas, my mom finally figured out, gee, he's not a girl. So they got me a Nerf football. I lived with that Nerf football 24/7, and I always would get another one. I lived with that football. It was one of the first dude-centric things I got. And after that, I got a baseball glove. She finally figured out that, out of 5 people.
Wait a minute, time out. Let's go back. You said she figured out that you wasn't a girl. What was she giving you before?
Easy bake ovens.
Actually, nothing.
Nothing?
We didn't have money. We ended up in the house because my dad took all the money and, we lost the house and we ended up living in a car for a little while.
Wow, okay.
So, we ended up in my grandmom's house. I lived in the basement. And so it was, so Christmas was always, actually it was funny, I was thinking about this earlier. My family situation dynamic was a little different and it was always kind of like, who's angry at who today? But Christmas is always that one day that was free fire zone. We didn't fire, we didn't attack each other, we just calmed down for 24 hours. The other families would get together. I had my one uncle we had one uncle that was the uncle nobody wanted to see, we all one high. We had the cool uncle, Paul, who would talk crap on him, so we'd hang out with him and he'd take crap down until he came in the room and scared us all to death. but what is that in money? But when I got that football, it was like, hey, dude, I can play sports.
So your family completely different than mine. Holidays is turn up time. That's the time when everybody act up.
180 degrees opposite.
Turn up time.
They turned it down. Yeah.
That's all I got.
I mean, if I can think of the gift, I mean, it was probably like the X-Wing fighter I got as a kid. Kind of thing around the house, Star Wars, anything Star Wars.
Okay.
To me, when I was a teen.
I think I'm getting my daughters all old school stuff. I'm gonna give them no, it's all boy stuff. The electronic football game, the board.
It's all back.
Yeah, so
it's all back.
They got it.
I'm gonna give them all boys.
Turn them on, and all of them just go to one side.
Yeah, the rock and sock and robots, all
back.
that. I'm gonna
Okay.
give them all that.
Wait to see the prices on retro.
Wow.
Yeah.
They slap that retro word on there and they can up a couple dollars for you too.
Really interesting. We want to get some more people on here before we got to roll out of here. Iris, come to the hot seat. No, come on. I already said your name. People know you're here.
I need Copper when we go down to Atlanta. He's going to be in the scene when we trying to find my speaker.
Okay.
How you doing?
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming and donating to this wonderful cause. Again, the gifts are going to the children of CHOP. I am going to publish this podcast before I have to deliver them. So if you are interested in still donating, please hit us up on theempowermentperspective.com and send me an email, and we can get in contact with you and we can make sure we have gifts out there. Let's talk about holidays in your household now. Right now. Are you trying to carry on some family traditions? Or are you trying to start something new with your kids? What does it look like now in your household for the holidays?
Right now, I am loving this Toys for Tots and the donation because I actually had my son pick out his favorite toy and we donated it to you guys to the hospital.
Wait. It sounds like that.
Life lesson.
Find out. Tell me what you like the most, and I'm going to take it away from you, and I'm going to give it to somebody else.
That's right. Because you know what?
That's me.
My kids are very fortunate. I provide, they get, and there's children that are not going to be able to be with their families. So he has to learn. They have to learn that there's kids out there that's not going to be able to be with all of their families. They're going to be in the hospital. They should enjoy just as much as
Let's flip this
all the other kids.
Let's assume that somebody was like, I want you to go pick out this car that you really, really like. You like, yo, I want that car right there, and they gave it to somebody else. How would
You know
feel
why I
about
did that? You know why I did that? Because
No, we don't know.
there's a 9-year-old in the hospital.
Yes.
And I needed to know what 9-year-olds liked. So I'm like, let me see, what do you like? Pick out whatever you like. I want to see what you like. Okay, you like Connect Four?
But you couldn't go buy the same gift? Like, oh, this is what you like. Okay, I'm going to the store and I'm going to buy the same thing and I'm going to donate.
No, because I wanted him to be a part of this.
Sometimes we want
I wanted him to be a part of this.
Yeah, we want them to understand how good they have it and that there's people out there that aren't as fortunate.
That's
and
right.
We want to get them involved.
So you mean to tell me, right, that I can ask Iris, show me your favorite pair of shoes that you have in your closet.
Okay.
And then when you give me the shoes, I say, good, I'm going to donate these shoes to somebody else. And you mean to tell me you're going to be happy about that?
You know what? I'm going to work and get my own shoes. I'm going to go get those same pair of shoes.
That is too funny. So you kind of talked about this a little bit, but tell us why you decided to really donate to this cause and be a blessing to somebody else.
Well, I currently work for a nonprofit, Head Start, and it's for low-income families. And I see a lot of families who are unfortunate and don't have or can provide for their children. So I already know that there are families out there struggling to get their children gifts. So this is very important to me and dear to my heart.
I taught you well.
Yes, you did.
No, I'm just joking. But that's definitely a blessing, and we thank you for donating. You got to tell me what the gift is. I feel like we got to get your son the gift because you did it wrong.
I need to know what her favorite gift is so we can take it from her and give it to somebody else.
No, we have more
Did you bring your
lessons to
outfits that
come.
you were talking about bringing? The all
outfits?
black outfits? Did you bring them tonight?
No. Do we need to do that now?
No, not yet. That was right. Oh, that's for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
Atlanta.
what
I'm gonna say, what we doing? Robinson?
I don't know. I don't know if he's got it in his car. He's always talking about it. I didn't know if he just carries it with him all the time.
I'm sure I can borrow a pair of black jeans and a black shirt. And I see Jimmy got some gold. I can put that around my neck. Copper's already here.
You talking about the scene?
From New Jack City. He's trying to figure out how the Carter folded. Absolutely.
Who stole my speaker?
Absolutely.
That is too funny. Well, we thank you for being on, and thank you for donating and coming all the way out to No Man's Land and all that stuff.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
We're going to get some more people on here. Jay! Yeah, he coming. He coming. Yeah, he going to get on. We need Shannon here when you get on. How you doing, Jen?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, I am wonderful. So why did you decide to donate to this wonderful cause?
I actually had a brother who spent some time in the hospital being ill. So once I heard that you were collecting, it seemed like a very worthy cause that I felt close to my heart.
It's awesome. And you had a very unique gift. You hit me up, I think we were at work, and you were like, I want to give, what were the age ranges? And a lot of people give, like, for the younger kids. And she was like, I want teenage gifts. So I thought that was very thoughtful of you to be able to do that. I don't know what that gift is. I might have to steal it and give it to Iris' son because she did it dirty. But talk about Christmas and what it means to you and the holidays for you and your family.
Well, I grew up where I thought that I lived like everyone else, and Christmases were just a time where we all worked together and everything. And then at one point my parents got divorced, but it still ended up being that Christmas just meant all being together. Like someone else was saying earlier, it didn't matter who you were with, you just enjoyed being around each other.
That's interesting. I'm like Kareem, like it wasn't about family, it was about gifts.
I like to get you gifts, but my memories are being with my family.
I don't remember that. I can tell you what gifts I got when I was 8, 7, 5.
I can tell you that they used to give me the JCPenney catalog.
Yes.
Tell me, write down whatever it is that I want on my list.
And you never got a thing,
I never got none of it on the list. I used to go to town. I used to study, sit at the table for nights on end, flipping pages,
circling stuff,
Write down the page numbers, make a find it easily.
writing down the correct numbers to make sure they didn't make a mistake.
Yeah, they did have the numbers.
I never got the Snoopy snow cone maker or the rock tumbler, but I told my friend about it. I got the rock tumbler at 32 years old.
Wow.
Do you know what happens when
What is
you
a
plug
rock tumbler?
it takes the rocks and it tumbles
tumbles
them and makes them smooth, and you can make this cheap, horrible jewelry with them. So my friend gives it to me at 32 years old, and I'm all
snow cone machine instead?
I wanted that as well. I didn't get either. So 32, she gives it to me. I'm so excited. I plug it in. You have to leave it on for 7 days in a row, and you hear it the whole
7
time.
days?
Oh no, that wasn't going down in my
That
One
sounds
day,
like
and then I
like
quit.
Jason Voorhees right there.
I quit. The rock tumbler was the
That was
worst
scary.
gift
That
ever.
brought back some memories. That's scary.
The Snoopy snow cone thing.
Yes.
That's big right there.
Well, I bought my daughters that, I want to say 2 years ago. Not because I wanted them to have it. I never had it, so I figured I'd just buy it and see what it.
Did they use it? Did they make snow cones?
I think we used it like once. It fell apart. That thing was so cheap, man.
Get like a half, not even a full snow cone out. You dump all that ice in it, you're cranking it, and you get like this little tiny cup.
What about the Easy Bake Oven? That was always my favorite.
That was a good one.
I never had
We
it.
got like 3 of them in the basement now.
My friend had one. It was never cooked. It was
Buy
like
another one. You gonna start your own bakery? Buy another one.
It makes the brownies into hockey pucks.
yeah, or a batter. It's just like it's on a light bulb. That's it.
Whoever makes
Brownie
Easy
batter on a
Bake
light bulb.
Ovens, you want to be a
That's what
sponsor of the podcast. I do not support their
Again, a disclaimer.
That was a late night snack for that. Easy Bake Oven.
Easy Bake Oven. That's awesome. Well, thank you for your donation and thanks for being on. My man Tori, trying not to be on the podcast, but we're going to get him on here anyway. Peer pressure. I actually want to take a different approach to this.
Here we go.
I'm going to ask you a different question.
Here we go.
Because I think it's important that people need to know the good work that you have been doing in your day-to-day job and some of the things that you have been doing in the city of Trenton as well as Atlantic City. So what is exactly some of the things that you have been doing in those cities?
That's the setup.
Yes.
I run a job skills training program. So
we provide occupational training skills to families that receive state benefits, federal benefits. So whether it's cash, food assistance, rental assistance, in order to receive these benefits, they have to be what they call in a work readiness program. So what we do is we provide Microsoft Office training, we provide customer service. There's about 6 or 7 different occupational trainings that we provide to get these families back ready for the work world.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. I know we were talking, off air and stuff. That there's some things that we might be collabing on, but there's definitely important work that you're doing in those cities. But we want to get back on track. Talk about the holidays. I want to go back to Thanksgiving. So this is a setup. This is what we do. We have side conversations with people. This is me trolling for information. So have them on the podcast.
I think we're having brother conversations. No, this is coming back. Absolutely.
Come on back.
Now I know.
How was your Thanksgiving, sir? Let's start there.
All right, so Thanksgiving was interesting. I loved it. It was actually the first time that my wife and I were able to host it ourselves. Probably the last 10 or 15 years, I've always went to my wife's family, and we done Thanksgiving on that side. I've actually probably haven't sat with a holiday with my family in probably over 20 years. I'll give you a little bit of backstory about that. This year, my grandmother just passed, she was the one who would keep the holidays and families all together. Okay. All right, so she just passed in October, and my mom and one of my uncles were kind of like, all right, what are we going to do now? Whose house we're going to go to, that kind of thing. And they had already made the decision that it was going to be at my house before.
You didn't get a vote?
No. So actually, I got a phone call, and the phone call went, hey, we're going to have Thanksgiving at your house. I said, oh.
Was that a question or a statement?
No, it was absolutely a statement. It was not a question, So,
you didn't say, let me check my wife, make sure we have enough room.
No. He said, we're not going to be here.
Exactly, because my thing was, we don't, we have plans already. So we do every Thanksgiving. And they kind of made it, understood. So, all right, I know that's what you did, but you guys are going to have Thanksgiving.
So they bullied you?
Yeah. Absolutely. So I did put my foot down. I said, you know what? We're not going to do all the cooking. So we're going to host it. You guys cook. My wife provided the turkey.
Did you outsource the turkey? Because we actually went to
I didn't know you
Famous
can.
Dave's. Yes, you can go to Famous Dave's and you can get one for like $50. Save you all kind of hours.
So I'll keep that in mind. Because at one point I said I was going to try to do the whole fried turkey kind of thing, but
you need Jimmy to cut up one of them pheasants.
Get so much information here tonight. So now I have, I know what to do in the future. But we hosted, and I was trying to warn my wife. I was saying, look, family's different. We don't, we're not the traditional, everybody's gonna get together and enjoy, the holiday.
Let me ask you this. In my family, we ban alcohol usage. Nobody can drink when we get together. Something's going to happen.
His family is not, they're not drinkers.
They're not drinkers.
They don't drink.
It was one of those things where usually holidays, families get together, stay, but my family's the opposite. It was business. We're gonna come, we're gonna eat, pack up, we out.
I like
and
that.
that's pretty much how it went.
That's exactly how it went.
The night before, I sent out a text, hey, we're gonna eat it too, because we were gonna watch football games later on. So they showed up 11:30
in the morning.
Yes. So it's
you let them in.
10 people in the house with kids. Madness 11:30 in the morning. So they had the food out and all this other stuff. Hour later, they're like, look, we wasn't gonna come, but we were ready to eat something. I said, no, well, we didn't prepare to serve you a pre-meal. We had more nerves. So we can't rush the oven, making a turkey kind of thing. So, but they started improvising. My mom started making her plate. She had brought some additional fried chicken. I said, whoa, this not how we do things.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, fried chicken. Yeah, while the turkey's in the oven. So,
baby, get my bag over there.
I'll wrap that for
So by 2:00, 2:30, we get the turkey out. We start to serve. For me, I would think let's get the kids situated first.
No.
Obviously, I was off.
Wrong on that one.
So my uncle,
He has no kids.
no kids. He's all of his life has been focused on him. So why would that change?
Kareem, were you at that?
Uncle Kareem?
Yeah. So why would
Absolutely.
that change?
Yes.
As soon as the turkey comes out the oven, he's elbows everybody, makes his plate. He sits down to eat. So he's eating first out of 10 of us, 10 of us, he's eating first.
Including the children.
So
He's eating first.
by the time, I don't know, did I say the grace by then?
Yes.
I may have said the grace then just because to try to slow up stuff.
He had already had his plate.
Yeah, so.
He's coming back for seconds now.
By the time I get my plate, I'm the last one. By the time I get my plate and I'm sitting down, he's done. He's already cracked the dessert.
Yes.
But that's pretty much how it was more business. We ate, let's split up these cakes and pies. Hey, dessert was good. It's nice seeing you. Let's get these leftover containers out. Let's pack this stuff up. And let's hit the road. They were gone before the 4:00 game came on. 4:30? Yes.
Well, I'm kind of weighing this. Like, would I rather have them come early and leave early, or have them come late and stay late?
So yes, looking back at it, it worked out perfect because you have your house back to yourself. They come in, they go. So it's not a complaint. It was one of those things that I wasn't prepared for, but now looking back at it, I'm satisfied. I'm happy that it went the way it went.
How smooth did things go?
Very smooth.
Yeah, it was smooth. It was smooth.
That's the problem. Let me tell you now.
It was a setup.
It's coming back at your house next year. It's supposed to have been a total disaster. So they would have said, listen, he's not ready to host anything. We're not going back for
Give him a couple more years.
Yes.
That is too funny.
You supposed to got there. You supposed to be in your pajamas.
I was. I was, yes.
I don't know if any of us, the kids weren't ready.
The
not
kids
11
were ready.
o'clock,
The kids were
11:30?
ready, yes. I'm the only one. I hadn't showered. They all showed up, and I was like, do you have this? I'm going upstairs.
So Shannon, I'm going to ask you this question because men traditionally don't know the answer to this question. Talk about the first Christmas that you guys spent together, and what was that like?
Okay. That's a loaded question. You asked me versus asking him.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember.
That's what I was saying.
It's all you. If you remember, I don't remember.
Because traditionally, Tori and I do not spend Christmas together.
Hey man, how I work that deal?
See, you weren't ready for that.
So, all right.
So let me give you some backstory. Christmas.
No notebook. You're not allowed to have a notebook. I'm not allowed to have it.
It's kind of weird that you set us up to be last.
Yes.
I'm thinking, and you're asking these questions that they have a story with them. There's
Yes.
always a reason.
So Christmas is my favorite holiday. I love Christmas.
Let me ask before we get to this: is this a fond memory? I don't want to have
No.
I don't want to have y'all.
No.
Not a bow moment?
No. It's not.
We're okay.
We won't be calling lawyers and all that stuff.
No. It's not a marital issue.
The disclaimer's going to go up. Go ahead.
So I love Christmas. I love everything, the hustle, the bustle, everything about it. Christmas was the same for me. We started in church in the morning. We went to one grandparent's house. We went to another grandparent's house. We wouldn't come back until 11 o'clock at night. Huge thing. Family, always about family. So I come into this relationship and I'm like, yes, Christmas. And he's like, I don't like Christmas. I don't do Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm the complete opposite. I am December 24th, December 25th, 26th, all the same day. The only reason I would actually acknowledge Christmas is before my kids. But me personally, I wasn't a Christmas person.
Side question: did you listen to our Santa Ain't Real episode? Are you in agreement that everything should be on one day?
All the holidays.
All the holidays on one day.
And that was Halloween, the day y'all picked, right? I'm with that. I think we can do that. I think we can do 24 hours to celebrate everything.
Everything on that.
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not in agreement with that. No.
So, but no.
You still it's your birthday. That's it.
Yeah. Just from like more personal reasons. I lost my dad. My dad's birthday was on Christmas kind of thing. So I was never a Christmas person. I did what I had to do to make sure the kids enjoyed it. But for me, it was a day off.
Right.
To me, it was a day off, day to watch basketball. You guys go do whatever you need to do. You know, don't let me be the person to ruin the day or the moment for you. Just keep my peace and quiet. The kids are happy. They get to celebrate, the whole thing. So
makes sense to me.
That ain't last long.
So I got a question now. So since through the years and with the kids, so now do you look at that one day of even though your family for Thanksgiving, even though your family showed up literally in the morning, which is ridiculous, but do you look at it as, hey, you don't get to see family every day. Life gets in the way of us and family and friends. So when you have the holidays, I look forward to them because it's that one time. Even though, like, hey, you're half the family, you love them, you can't stand them half the time, but you still love them. That one day it brings you together. Whether they're there and you get to see them snoring from the tryptophan in the middle of the night, they left your house, so you didn't get to enjoy that. But you still, look, the situation you have with your father, I understand that completely. But now your kids, and seeing that your kids are getting the family together, I mean, that right there, that's what makes the holidays for me.
And that's why I didn't fight. And that's why I didn't fight. It was more or less give them the opportunity to enjoy their cousins, their aunts, and their uncles. I'm naturally a very selfish person. So I have to think about other people in that aspect. Because if it's just me, if I don't think, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. So I have to. It's a work in progress, I know. So I have to think about them, the kids, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna need to see the contract that you. I see a whole lot of me and you.
It doesn't change.
And it sounds like you got this off. You found the right one that accepted the deal.
That is interesting.
Well, and I take the kids. Like I never. It's always open. It's always, hey, this is what we're doing on Christmas. You are welcome to come. And if you're not going to, I completely understand it. But here's what I'm doing, and I'm taking the kids, and we're going to see family because I want them to grow up with that same family atmosphere.
And then if I say no too long or too many times, she'll say, "Hey, family's going, Christmas is gonna be at our house next time." So then you can avoid.
Yes.
I prefer that. So I'm selfish, and what I do, the selfish part that I take part of with the family is everybody comes to me. We used to have to get up. So when you finally get married, you have the kids. We used to have to get up. So we'd be in the middle of the night putting toys together, like 3 in the morning, right? And then waiting for Santa first thing in the morning. So all of a sudden, I got to the point where I'm like, literally, the kids would open presents and we're out the door. I'm just like way too selfish for this. So I made a pact. I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, family, friends, cousins, grandparents, you want to see the kids on Christmas? You're coming to my house. Because even though, like I said, it is a little bit of a pain, but I still have the luxury of relaxing. Like literally, I could fall asleep in a chair. You can stay as long as you want. I don't care because I'm sleeping. But at the same time, I'm not staying up real late in the middle of the night. And then travel first thing in the morning. So the kids, everybody, what happens with kids? They open their presents. What do they want to do? They want to play with their presents. They want to play with the toys. Or whatever they just got new, that's what they want to do. And you're ripping them from that. And now they're angry, so now you're angry. You're like, we're supposed to be having fun. It's supposed to be a happy day.
And it makes good for good TV.
On Christmas either. He just watches.
You look out the window. He's about to lose it. I'm telling you. Look at it. He's getting angry.
But my situation was completely different. It kind of blows my mind because my family was interesting. In fact, I always said that it was turn-up time for holiday. So after we opened up gifts, it was like we didn't know which way the wind was going to blow because my uncle was going to come in here and mess it up anyway. So when I got finally to a point where it's like, I don't even want to mess with my family because I know it's about to go there. And I'm still at the point, obviously, you know, I'm comfortable with it now to watch my kids and everything else. But once they open those gifts and everything, I'm like, all right, this is over.
Yes.
Because I know something's about to
happen.
Something's about to go down. So your family leaving early, that would be a perfect scenario for me.
And like you said, that might be the setup for next year or going on.
No, you are set up. They have already put on that calendar. He said, listen, we can arrive at 11:30 in this house, and we can be done by 4. This is the best thing going right now.
We're going to ask the couple this question. Okay. You heard it. Have you ever bought her anything and she returned it and have vice versa? You petty too, just like my wife. Why do you?
I don't know. Have you returned them? Do I know that you returned them?
You knew.
I know?
Yeah.
Okay.
You bought me $50 Michael Kors earrings that probably should have cost $2. I returned them.
And got 8 more presents.
And yes.
This is the thing.
I don't even remember that though.
Guys are learning something.
Guys don't like to, I don't know, many men that like to shop, so they're not going to bargain. They're going to just go out and get it, like December 23rd. They want to be done.
And that's what I do now for the most part, right? I get you like different gift cards, right? I know what stores you like to shop in. So
yes, you have got me gift cards, and that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but the one year I wanted a watch, and he went in and found the watch, and I'm almost positive the saleswoman talked him into $50 earrings, and there was something else that went with the earrings. And I looked at the earrings, and they were thin as anything, and I was like, nope. I said, I am keeping the watch. I did want the watch like 2 years ago.
I'm going to put a little spin on this. Since the women are all about saving money, would you be okay if he went to the register and there was a young lady behind there and he knew he could get the discount if he took his ring off and started, smoozing her over a little bit?
Am I standing there with him?
Yes. He told you to fall back a little bit while I get this discount.
He's saving us money?
She's about money. He's
saving the household money? I'm down.
But he got to.
I'm down.
Would you accept that?
Yeah.
That works.
Save money.
If it's the other way around,
no, I'm not. We're gonna pay full price for this. Yeah.
We're gonna get an extra 25%.
Is there a joint Facebook account?
Oh, that's a great question. You had that question or talking about it on the podcast.
She know all my passwords, but no, we don't have a joint.
I do.
Joint?
Yep. It's my Facebook, and my wife was saying she needed a Facebook, so she's with me. Look, I'm crazy, not stupid. There's a difference. Look, I don't need some guy from high school sniffing around telling my wife how great she looks at 48, because then I got to go knock on his door.
I text her now about passwords. I ask her all the time.
He doesn't know any of his passwords.
Yeah, I'm always like, what's the password for this account? What's the password for that?
Who else has a joint Facebook account?
We were just talking about it today a little bit because my husband will jump on mine just to look for things on like the yard sale site, but he doesn't have his own.
Yeah, sure, that's what he's doing.
He's looking something for both.
Well, let's be real. He's doing exactly what I'm doing. He's making a joint Facebook. You just don't realize it.
So now you know you told on him now, right?
I was only kidding.
He doesn't care about that stuff. He's looking for boats. It comes through on my screen all the time. I'm tired of seeing these boats come through.
Yeah.
Stay off my Facebook.
The original question came out of your kids, and we asked about
they got burner phones, right?
if your kids were
The
ready.
wire, that's what it is, the wire.
Ready for social media. And she was like, they don't have social media. I said, they got an account. They got burner phones on the side that you don't know about. They probably posted as you. They definitely have that going on.
Yeah, depending on the age for kids, I'm sure they have it.
Absolutely.
I got a story about that. You want to hear it? My niece got punished. They took her social media away from her. So what she used to do every single day, the second she left the house, she would re-download the program, start another Facebook or Snapchat, whatever it was, use it all day at school, then delete it before she got home. One day she forgot to delete it, and her mother overseen it, and then she got punished again.
Yep.
Wow.
This is what they do, yes.
Really interesting.
That's another show.
That is another show. How to
stay one step. How to get parents to stay one step above our kids.
We're never going to stay one
Technology will never win.
It'll never happen. So that is
You gotta pay other kids. That's it.
You gotta get some snitches.
Somehow incorporate other kids.
So you need confidential informants to hang out with the kids all day and wear wine tops.
We're South Jersey. Snitches get stitches.
That is too funny. Well, we're gonna wrap this up so we can enjoy the rest of this little bit of a
We
party.
didn't get your mom. She said she wanted.
Oh, my mother. Did she leave? No, she's right there.
Did you get John in the soup?
Yeah, John came on. Miss Alice Josey.
She's bringing the wine with her.
Oh no, this is going to get. I told you, somebody turn up. She don't have no wine. What are you talking about?
That's what they kept saying. They bring the wine with them.
Tell them to mind their business. Tell them.
What's up, Patty?
We're talking
This is
Christmas.
gonna be a fun show.
So I want to share this one story. Where you go? Hey, you can clean it up for me. Remember that time we was shopping in Jamesway and you stole the Nintendo games for our Christmas?
Jeez. Somebody just went on the naughty list real quick.
Statute of limitations.
Do you know what I do for a living right now?
It was an honest mistake. At least that's what you told me.
So she honestly took Mike Tyson knockout? That's what she honestly took?
Listen, them games was expensive.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
No.
It was the cashier's fault. She never saw it.
This is true. But you used to do some petty stuff like have us pick our own gifts and throw them in the cart and then wrap them up. We were young though. We ain't know any better, right? That happened, right?
True.
That is true. I just wanted to make sure.
So wait. No, I'm going to skip over the story. So you guys walk down the aisle together. She'll tell you, pick out some stuff, throw it in the car.
I like this. I like that.
You don't think like what happened to it? I know I just picked.
Nah, it didn't cross my mind whatsoever.
And then wrap it up and say Santa Claus gave it to you? Is that what happened?
Wrap it up and say Santa gave it to me.
I want to know when you decided that he wasn't real.
You didn't tell him?
Oh, we can't. He is. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's time for you to grow up anyway. Life lesson. It's time to grow up.
Get this on a social media account. To be honest with you, I don't remember. We had this conversation, I think. I don't remember
We did.
ever believing in the first place or not to believe. Like I don't
They
have that.
placated me.
Right.
They did it for me.
We did. We knew he wasn't real. We wasn't coming to our neighborhood. We ain't had no chimney. It wasn't
Fireplace? What's that?
You could have opened up the window and snuck in.
Listen, nobody looking like that was breaking in my house, in my neighborhood.
Yeah, the black outfit on.
So you didn't leave out no milk, no cookies, none of
No,
that?
we had to eat that. No.
So
They got up in the middle of the night.
and ate the cookies.
Yeah. We put the cookies out here.
Right, why you didn't come to the house? That's why you eat the cookies. Absolutely. They never had no cookies and milk for me. I'm not going there.
It's funny.
What's the age? What's the age that kids are supposed to find out?
When they were born. I say we tell them right away.
So my son, you know Jake.
He still
Jake believed until he was like 16 years old.
16, you
And
kept
you
the
know what I
lie
used to tell
going?
him every year?
Uh-huh.
You're going to go to school, people are going to say certain things, don't listen to it. I go, let me give you an example, I'll put it in perspective. I go, did you ever hear of $1 million? He goes, yes.
I use that
I go,
analogy.
did you ever see it?
I use that analogy.
He
Yes.
goes, no. I go, see, it doesn't mean it's not real. Just because you have never seen it in your life doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I like that.
I
Jay.
use
We're
that
gonna run with
analogy.
it as long as we can. Because it
So
gets
that leads to
to behave
that
for a
leads
month.
that leads to another story where my son, when he was 16, he lost a tooth. He was like 15, 16, lost his last tooth, put it under the pillow. The next morning he wakes up, my wife totally forgot about it. Wakes up, next morning goes into my wife and goes, hey Mom, I lost a tooth, I left it under the pillow, it's still there. My wife looks at him like, Jake, you kidding me? Like, really? Like, you're 16 years old.
16?
And he's still looking for money?
Look, if you really want the money, just ask me. I'll give it to you. And she goes, if you really think there's a grown man that crawls in through a window in the middle of the night and your father doesn't shoot him, like, you're out of your mind.
I think the first missing tooth, that's the time when you run down the list. Here, all these people ain't real. Santa Claus, all this stuff ain't real. Just run down the
You
list.
told me to bring my kids to these parties.
I don't see it.
She's running around.
They already know.
Alright.
You gotta lock them in.
So you're
Well,
saying
the reality is in school. Now look, the reality is in school. They're being told over and over again that it's not by kids. So, like I said, that's why I used the situation.
$1 million is good.
What I did, I put it in perspective with that the $1 million. It worked. It worked too good. So much
He's
so.
hard to believe it. And everything is invisible.
We don't know what goes on in those houses over there, but as far as in our house, he's stopping by.
Did you believe when you were young? You believed, and then when did you realize that it wasn't real?
It's Mrs. Claus that does all probably before senior high.
Really?
Yeah. But let's get back to the Tooth Fairy, because you guys pulled a fast one on me.
What we do this time?
Well, we did the exchange, a quarter for a tooth. I don't know what y'all paying these days, but your dad decided we're going to be a bone collector, and he's going to collect these teeth in the cigar jar. Y'all found the cigar, and we were putting out quarters every time. I'm like, how could you possibly have that many teeth?
That's a pack of gum a day. That's genius.
42 teeth.
In a week.
Yeah, listen, what's going on
I should have kept that hustle going.
And he's still chewing gum.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Your fondest Christmas memory? It's a tough question.
Mine personally, or with you guys?
Yours personally.
Well, no, us playing, when we all played with the puzzles, put puzzles together, that was a tradition for us.
I told you.
Jigsaw puzzles?
Yes. Yes. On the Chi episode with my brother, every Christmas is a tradition that we put these puzzles together. I still do them.
Okay, I can see how it can be therapeutic and everything because I use them when I go to work. But my thing is that, like, to sit them down, stay with make no noise. How does that work? Well, that's something that you guys just love to do.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys up here. Sit down. We're going to do this puzzle. This is fun. No, it's not. I'm telling you that it's fun. And you're going to have fun with it.
So it's any puzzle. It wasn't a theme.
No.
It's just whatever difficult puzzle we can find. When we sit down and we
two-sided, 3D.
Whatever you want to whatever to keep y'all sitting down for 20 minutes. Yes.
It was called the Quiet Game.
It was the Quiet Game.
Yes, the original Quiet Game.
All right, I'm going to go to bed as soon as I put this last piece in. 3 hours later.
They're still quiet. That's awesome.
So why did you decide to donate to this lovely cause of ours? Or did you not donate? Did you steal some video games?
The cashier didn't ring it up.
Tecmo Bowl.
I hope she had a job.
I am the
She's a cashier.
Some lucky kid is getting Tecmo Bowl when you drop these gift cards.
So what happened was, my son, I do a toy drive at Target. I do a toy drive at the school that I retired from, and it just seemed natural to do a toy job with the empowerment perspective.
Thank you. We definitely appreciate it.
I will be submitting my receipt.
I was about to say, I'm checking the tags.
We look at tax write-off. We don't.
No, I'm gonna make sure she actually bought it.
Oh, gonna make sure that little sensor is taken on.
Yeah, right. So a dye pack gonna explode with a kid. There you go. But we definitely appreciate you and the things that you have done in supporting the podcast and everything. All the crazy ideas I've had, definitely appreciate. And I've had some. That's a whole nother podcast. So we're gonna wrap this thing up real quick.
Am I excused?
Yes, you are excused. Thank you for make sure you don't take the microphone. No. Check your receipts before you leave. Nah. But this has been the Empowerment Perspective podcast on our toy drive, and we're wrapping this thing up for the holidays. Mr. Spence, any last words for the holidays for the people that are out there?
Make sure that when you go out and get your gifts for yourself, that you actually like them. Yeah, don't return any gifts that you're buying for yourself. Make sure you like them. But more importantly, make sure you guys spend time with family, because family is important.
Yeah, Stacy.
He stole my answer again, but make sure you enjoy that time with your family because it goes by fast.
Where's your notebook?
I didn't bring it.
You're getting back.
You were taking notes today.
No, I didn't.
You were going. You had your phone out, your stylus out, and you were all ready to figure out the marriage agreement that they had.
I'm going to beforehand a little later, and I'm going to figure out exactly what's going on.
I'm buying you a notebook for Christmas.
What?
I'm buying you a notebook for Christmas now.
You know we're going digital.
Nobody's put anything on that calendar yet.
Listen, what happened was.
What happened was.
What happened my takeaway from this podcast is that for Thanksgiving and Christmas, we going over to Tori's house. Apparently,
The man cave on Christmas.
And don't spend time with your family because they gonna turn up sometime.
Go to Tori's house. That's it.
No. But for real, for this holiday season, like everyone has said, take time to be with your family. Also, take time to think about others. There's people that are not as fortunate as some of us are out here, so definitely give where you can. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can just be your time and a conversation with somebody. Do something nice for somebody. If you can just buy a cup of coffee for somebody that you don't know, let's just try to be a little bit more giving, not only during the holiday season, but all year long. This is our second annual toy drive. We're going to continue to do that, and we're going to find a way to do some other things throughout the year once we get our stuff together. But until next time, stay empowered.